6, sir.
6 problems is over. Have you got the solution for last problem? Which I have given?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what is the answer you got?
H1 convolved with H2 minus H3 plus H4 convolved with H5.
Sorry?
H1 convolved with H2, sir. Minus H5 convolved with H3 plus H4.
See, they had given block diagram. To reduce that block diagram with respect to one response, you will get. What is that response? H1 convert with H2 minus of H3 plus H4. That will be converted with H5, right?
Yes, sir.
See, for that they had given values H1, H2, H3, H4, H5. You have to
Yes,
substitute
sir.
that values.
Substituted, sir. Done, sir.
You have to substitute that values and you have to solve. Finally, you have to find the response H. What is the answer you got for that? Have you tried?
Sir, do we have to reduce it, sir? Or just we
Yeah.
have to substitute and leave it?
No. You have to reduce, no? Okay. Don't worry, I will solve this. You can try next problem. Now I will solve this problem, last problem. What they had given H1 value. Is it visible? Notepad?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Take H1. H1 will be delta of n plus 1 by 2 delta of n minus 1. Then H2 is equal to 2 into u of n and H3 is equal to u of n minus 1 minus 3 u of n. And H4 will be your delta of n plus 2 and H5 is equal to delta of n. Okay, this is the responses in each stage they had given. With respect to that block diagram, final step I'm going to write my step number 3. I'm going to skip. I'm going to skip the step 1 and step 2. You have to try that. Finally, I'm going to get H1 convolved with H2 means multiplication. Then minus of H3 plus H4 into H5 convolution of H5. Got everyone same?
Yes, sir.
This you got. Then what you have to do?
Yes, sir.
Then we need to substitute the values. Okay. First I will take step 1. This is my step 3 output. I got final output.
Substitute the values.
Yeah, now I need to substitute the values. First, what I will do, first I will take these two, H3 plus H4. I will take H3 plus H4. What is the value of H3? That is u of n minus 1 minus 3 u of n plus H4. That is delta of n plus 2 plus delta of n plus 2. Now, for this H3 plus H4, we have a convolution with H5. Means my next step will be H3 plus H4 into H means same I need to write, that is u of n minus 1 minus 3 u of n plus delta of n plus 2 into convolution of H5. What is the value of H5? H5 will be delta of n. What is delta of n? We know that delta of n with respect to n at 0 we have a 1, means delta of n is equal to 1, means this value will be 1. If I am going to multiply 1 with respect to this, what I will get? I will get u of n minus 1 minus 3 u of n plus delta of n plus 2. I'm going to get this value with respect to this. Am I right? Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Next I will take first one, H1 convolved with H2. I will take H1 convolution of H2. That is equal to, what is the value of H1? H1 will be your delta of n plus 1 by 2 delta of n minus 1 into H2. What is the value of H2? H2 will be 2 into U of n. 2 into U of n. If I will going to multiply these two, anyhow, delta function will be 1. 1 into 2 into U of n. 2 U of n I am going to get. Plus, if I am going to multiply these two, this delta function will be 1. This delta function will be 1. Okay, no issues in that. Now I am going to multiply these two. I will get 1 by 2 into 2. You will get 1 into U of n minus 1. This because delta is 1. I am going to multiply this. You will get a delta of n minus 1. This product will be getting same with respect to U of n. Why? Because this is delta is equal to 1. This I am going to get with respect to H1 convolved with H2. Now I need to add this one and this one. Why? Because H1 convolved with H2 minus of this. So that finally what you will get? I will write here. My total response H is equal to H1 convolved with H2 minus of H3 plus H4 into 5 will be get, that is equal to 2 into U of n. H1 H2 I got 2 into U of n plus U of n minus 1 I have. Next minus of this one, minus U of n minus 1 minus into minus plus 3 U of n minus into plus. You will get minus delta of n plus 2 plus U of n minus 1 minus U of n minus 1 gets cancelled. Then 2 times of U of n plus 3 times of U of n will be 5 times of U of n minus delta of n plus 2. I am going to get my total response. Got everyone? Got everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Make a note of this. Then I will give 2 problems for homework. Then we'll go for next topic. Make a note of this. We'll go for next problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you try this problem? Okay, this is the problem. Can you please try this problem?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Yes.
So what's the symbol in that circle, sir? Last one.
Where? This one. Which symbol?
Yes, sir. This plus and minus, sir. Like coming from H4.
Coming from H4 and negative. This will be negative and this will be positive. Means whatever in the upper case, upper side, you will get minus of upper side minus of lower one. H1 convolution of H2 plus S3 minus H4 you will get. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And take the values, substitute. First you will take for H2 plus H3, then multiply H1, then subtract H4. Okay, with respect to this, first I will take H2 plus H3, that is equal to 2 into U of t plus 4 into U of t minus 2. Then I will take H1 convolved with H2 plus H3. What is my H1? H1 will be delta of t plus 1 by 2 delta of t minus 1 into convolution of H1, H2 plus H3, that is 2u of t plus 4u of t minus 2. Multiply each individual. Okay, now I'm going to multiply this delta of t with respect to 2u of t. What you will get? 2u of t will get. Then delta of t into 4u of t minus 2. Same I will get. 4u of t minus 2. Next, plus 1 by 2 into this. 1 by 2 into 2. You will get 1. Then u of this is 1. So that you will get unit step function with respect to t minus 1. Again, plus 1 by 2 into 4. You will get 2. U of t minus 1 and t minus 2. Totally you will get t minus 3. You will get t minus 2 minus 1. Like this you are going to get. So that you will get t minus 3 I am going to get. Any doubts? Any doubts with respect to this? Now I am going to write it in the order. This is with respect to origin u of t plus after that first will be u of t minus 1 plus 4u of t minus 2 plus 2u of t minus 3. This is my solution for H1 convolved with H2 plus H3. Now minus of H4. For this I am going to take subtraction of H4. In the next step, the total response H is equal to H1 convolved with H2 plus H3 already we have minus of H4. What I will do, 2u of t, same I will write this equation we already got plus u of t minus 1 plus 4u of t minus 2 plus 2u of t minus 3 I got. Next I have minus of H4. H4 value will be 3u of t plus 1 minus 2u of t minus 1. First one will be negative, second one will be positive. That is minus 3u of t plus 1 plus 2u of t minus 3 I am going to get. Correct? Is it fine? Next,
Yes, sir.
with respect to the first I am going to write the negative sequence. Okay, if I am going to take this as my origin and this as my positive signal, with respect to
Yes,
negative
sir.
side, I will get first this signal minus 3 u of t plus 1. With respect to the order, I am going to write plus 2 u of t plus u of t minus 1 plus 4 u of t minus 2. Then for t minus 3 and t minus 3, we have 2 times and 2 times. Totally 4 times u of t minus 3. This is my final response. Got everyone? Any doubts?
Yes. No, sir.
Please make a note of this. We'll have some homework problems or assignment problems. Draw the interconnections of LTI system described by impulse response H is equal to H1 convolved with H2 plus H3 convolved with H4 minus H5. Here what they did, they had given equation. You have to write a block diagram for this. Then one more, ninth one. They had given an impulse response. Same question. H1 minus H2 convolved with H3 minus H4 convolved with H5. You have to write block diagrams. Draw the interconnections of LTI system described by the impulse response H is equal to so and so. For these two, you have to write a block diagram. See, minimum 6 to 8 marks. Solve 9 problems. I think then we'll go to the topic. Please make a note here. These two check in the next. Over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, next. Step response of LTI system. Next topic. Step response of linear time invariant system. Okay, here we'll discuss one equation, how we are going to get some relation. We are going to solve some problems based on one relation. We'll discuss how that relation will be come. I cannot write that y of n is equal to summation k is equal to infinity to n h of k into 1 directly. I cannot write. We'll discuss how it will be got the equation. First I will take consider, make a note, consider an LTI system that is y of n is equal to x of n convolved with h of n. Since we know that convolution is commutative, since we know that convolution is commutative, we have both convolution sum as well as convolution integral. We know that is convolution is a commutative. So that based on that I am going to write my y of n is equal to h of n convolved with x of n. With respect to the equation, summation k is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity. I can write h of n is replaced by h of k into x of n minus k. I can write now. Bariboda?
Yes, sir.
If I will tell y of n convolution is a commutative, I can write h of n convolved with h of x of n or x of n convolved with h of n. Both are commutative. Based on the commutative property, I can write that. Based on that, I am going to write the formula, that is h of k into x of n minus k. So far we discussed about x of k into h of n minus k. I have interchanged because of commutative property. Next, I will take if if x of n is equal to u of n, then x of n minus k is equal to u of n minus k. Just I am going to replace h of k and x of k with respect to u of n. X of n I am going to take it as a u of n. H of x of n minus k I am going to replace with respect to n u of n minus k. Means x of n and u of n anta baradmele, if I will write based on this, why cannot write based on the x of n minus k delayed version or forward version with respect to u of n minus k? I can write based on that condition. I have written x of n is equal to u of n. If I will consider like this, I can also consider that x of n minus k is equal to u of n minus k. Just I am going to represent a shifted version signal with respect to u of n or u of t. Based on that I have written. Now I am going to write the equation for this. Why? Because I have changed x of n minus k to u of n minus k. Just I am going to replace that. My y of n is equal to summation k is equal to minus infinity to infinity. I cannot change this h of k. I can write same h of k into u of n minus k. U of n minus k. Now I will find the limits for this u of n. U of n minus k is equal to 0 when n minus k is less than 0. When it is 1. When it is 1. When n minus k is greater than or equal to 0. Or else for this I can write when it is 1, when n is greater than or equal to k also I can write. Based on these limits we are going to solve the problems. Okay, now based on this condition, my signal y of n will be changed. My limits will be changed from k is equal to minus infinity to n. Why? Because it will be vary. 1 will be vary from n is greater than or equal to k. K will be vary from minus infinity to n. It will be vary. It will not be vary up to minus infinity to plus infinity. It will not go up to plus infinity. It will be going to stop at n. Why? Because based on the condition. N minus k is greater than 0 when n is greater than k or k is less than n. Based on that condition, I can stop my limit from minus infinity to n. Based on this, I can write my h of k into what is the value of u of n minus k? Unit step function, whatever it may be the condition, the amplitude will be 1. Am I right? I can write 1 for this. So that the whole equation I can also written as s of n I can write. Why I have discussed this equation here? Why? Because we will solve some problems based on the shifting property. I am going to change the limits of this infinity. That is why I have discussed the of t integral from infinity to t, so that h of tau into d tau I can write. Here h of k into 1 I can substitute, so that h of tau into d tau integrate with respect to tau I can represent. This is for continuous time signal and this is for discrete time signal. Any doubts? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Please make a
No,
note of
sir.
this. Sometimes they will ask prove that the step response of LTI system. Proof they will ask. You have to derive this equation. Make a note of this. Then we will start with the simple problems based on this concept. We'll solve 1 or 2 problems today. Then we'll continue with the next class. Okay, as for new timetable, I have only 4 classes. Monday I have 2 hours, right? First and afternoon first hour. Morning first and afternoon first hour. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
New timetable ಅಲ್ಲಿ
Yes.
Monday 2 hours ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ. See, from Monday onwards, I will take both 2 hours. Monday first and for morning first, as well as afternoon first hour I will take. Why? Because if it is 4 hours for weekly, we cannot complete the syllabus. Yes, I can complete the syllabus, but I cannot solve more problems in the class. I cannot give more problems as an assignment. Why? Because some 20 to 30 members, intelligent people, they can solve. Other 30 people, they will not solve. Anyhow, they will not solve if they will attend class also. I know that.
Okay.
So that it is easy. We will solve more problems in the class.
Okay, sir.
Okay, take next problem. We'll go for problem. Find the step response. Find the step response of the LTI system. Described by impulse response h of n is equal to u of n plus 2. Can you try this problem? What is the answer? ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಲಿಲ್ವಾ? Okay, they had given h of n is equal to u of. Okay, take first problem. We know that x of n is equal to u of n. Okay, so that h of k is equal to u of k plus 2. Why? Because in the equation, in the problem, my limits is vary from k. I have not vary n. That is why I am going to change to k. Nothing is problem in that. If it is the unit step function, if it is 0, I can take k plus 2 is less than 0. If it is 1, when k plus 2 is greater than or equal to 0. Or we can also write this, if I'm going to send this 2 to right side, k will be greater than or equal to minus 2. Or else you can, if you want, you can take minus 2 is less than or equal to k also, you can write. No issues. We got the limit, means it will be starts at minus 2, ends at n. What is my standard equation? My standard equation of s of n is equal to summation where k is equal to minus infinity to n. what is my h of k? What is your h of k? U of k plus 2. Amplitude will be 1. We need to consider this. Why? Because I'm going to substitute this limit. That is why I'm going to take this amplitude. That is summation k is vary from -2 to n. -2 to n. What is your amplitude? Amplitude is 1. Now, what is the solution for this? Limits is from -2 to plus n. I can change the limits, but now, as of now, I will give you an idea. We can write this is your upper limit, this is your lower limit. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Now, with this is some irregular interval. I can consider this as an irregular interval. I have some standard intervals, that is 0 to infinity, 0 to n, that is a power n divided by 1 minus a at when magnitude a is less than 0. We have some standard equations, but this is not our standard equation. I will take first upper limit minus of lower limit plus 1. I will take this amplitude. What I did? Upper limit is my n. Am I right? Upper limit minus of
Yes, sir.
lower limit. Minus of lower limit will be -2 plus 1. I will get n plus 2 plus 1, that is equal to n plus 3. I am going to get. This is my answer. Okay. If this is not satisfied with you, I will write one more equation. K is equal to -2 to n. I will take, I am going to replace this k with respect to r. I will take r is equal to k plus 2. Okay, means I am going to take -2 plus 2 is equal to 0. So that summation k is equal to, sorry, I have represented with r, right? That is why summation r is equal to 0 to, here I have already n. If I am going to make n plus 2, here I have done plus 2, then only it becomes 0. If I need to add here also 2. How I am going to make this as a 0 lower limit? By adding 2, I am going to make the lower limit as 0. So that the same procedure I am going to add upper limit also with respect to amplitude. That is equal to upper limit plus 1. You will get n plus 3. Both are same. Got everyone? Got everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If my limits, this is irregular limits. If my limit is k is equal to 0 to infinity, I have separate equation. A power k is equal to a power k minus 1 by k minus 1. I have separate equation, standard equation I have. But my limits is vary from 0 to n plus 2. Sometimes it will be from -2 to n. That time I can go for this method. Got everyone? Any doubts?
Yes, sir.
Take second problem. Second problem. We know that, sorry, find the step response of LTI system given by h of n is equal to u of n. Can you try this problem? What is the answer you got? My x of n is equal to u of n. Then h of k is equal to u of k. With respect to that 0 for k is less than 0, 1 for k is greater than or equal to 0, means from minus infinity to n, from 0 to n. So S of n is equal to summation k is equal to minus infinity to n. H of k, amplitude is 1, so that summation k is equal to 0. We got 0 to n, 1. Upper limit minus lower limit plus 1, you will get n plus 1. Got everyone? Any doubts?
No, sir.
ನೀವು ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ನ ಬೇಗ ಬೇಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ನ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಆಲ್ಫಾಬೆಟ್ಸ್ ಕಲಿಸ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ, ಆ ತರ ಇದು ABCD. ಈ ತರ H of n is equal to U of n, ಇವ್ರು ಇದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಇವ್ರ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ತಾತ ಮುತ್ತಾತ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಅವಾಗ ಇನ್ನೂ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು, ಇವ್ರು ಇನ್ನೂ ಮಕ್ಕಳು. ಗಾಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Try this problem. H of n is equal to 1 by 2 to the power of n U of n. ಇದನ್ನು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಾನು ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ? Answer attendance. Manish Lakshmishwar, Manish Kumar Lakshmishwar, Manoj BC, Manoj HM,
Yes, sir.
Manoj MS, Manoj Deep,
Present, sir.
Charan Prakash,
Present, sir.
Panindra,
Present, sir.
Madhusudan Reddy,
Present, sir.
N Arshita,
Present, sir.
Sharath,
Yes, sir.
Surendra,
Yes, sir.
Neetu Shri,
Present, sir.
Yamini,
Present, sir.
Nilesh Raj,
Present, sir.
Nisha,
Present, sir.
Nitin,
Yes, sir.
Omkar Kiran Shet,
Yes, sir.
Harshvardhan Reddy,
Yes, sir.
Devant, Tarun,
Present, sir.
Pawan Kumar, Prashant, Prajwal, Prashant, Priyanka,
Present, sir.
Rutvik, absent. Rachana,
Present, sir.
Raghu Kumar,
Present, sir.
Rahul,
Present, sir.
Rajesh, Ranjit, Ranjita,
Sir, Devant present, sir.
Present, sir.
Sir, network issue ಇತ್ತು sir. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ network.
Rujit, Sagar,
Hello, sir. Devant present, sir.
Khalil Basha,
Present, sir.
Shashank,
Present, sir.
Shishira,
Present, sir.
Shravani,
Present, sir.
Srilekha,
Present, sir.
Shreyanshu,
Present, sir.
Shreyas,
Present, sir.
Surya,
Present, sir. Rajesh.
Vinila,
Present, sir.
Tejas, Siddhant,
Present, sir.
Uday Kumar,
Yes, sir.
Venkat Kishore,
Yes, sir.
Vaishnavi,
Present, sir.
Varshita,
Present, sir.
Vinita,
Present, sir.
Vivek Kumar, Ajay Sagar,
Present, sir.
Krupa John Reddy, Arvind,
Yes,
Vikas
sir.
Arvind,
Yes, sir.
Pawan Kumar, Nivedita. Okay, thank you. We'll continue in the next class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.